hoping and wishing and waiting, hoping and wishing and waiting. There's some kind of song that uses those lines. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Someone remind me. I'm going to look it up. Let's not get stuck there though. Um, we all have hopes, we all have wishes, we all wait. They can be personal, they can be interpersonal, they can be political, or they can be all of them intertwined. Dreams that become reality, not nightmares. I'll just talk about my own because I got to put it out there, okay? Word Sutures, published. Loop Vertigo also finds publisher after different poems appearing in outlets. One this month, actually, The Wave and the Particle. I want a fellowship, even if it's not the one that I applied to. I want to be able to write not just autofiction, but novels. I guess what I like the most is the act of writing, though. The recognition is necessary, but not on ego grounds. More that it enables space, time, resources to be able to write. And also to be read. Writing is such a learning process as well, don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect at it. But I want a voice. My voice. I want that to be in the world. I want to be taken seriously and heard. Wish number 2. Getting out of academia. Now, whether that's in an actual institutional sense, closing the door and being more in the spaces where I also work and wish to work, or if it's more like saying no a whole lot and also being able to invest my energies into the creative, spiritual, and political work that I'm being drawn through into by, I'm not sure, but I applied for a new job, and so that is wish number 2, that there's some uptake. If not with this, then something else. I open myself to these possibilities because being ensconced within academic frameworks, permit me, is spiritual death. And by spiritual, I mean, excuse me, coughing. Everything that accompanies us and encompasses us. That was a bit of a slip of the tongue. Sorry, English is like that. Being in the world and being in the, and creating the worlds that we want. I'm tired, like so many of us. And I also sometimes feel incapable. But I know that that's not the road. I know because my mum taught me that. And I have to rise to the occasion. We all have to rise together. Yeah? And we can do politics otherwise and create the world otherwise through so many different forms of thinking and action and creating. While I still exist on the earthly plane, maybe ancestors, maybe other cosmic forces are also involved in the path, right? Some people call that the light, or, a force, an energy. Whatever your faith or different way of embracing the cosmic, such as through the physics of space and time, of the molecular, of the subatomic, of the particle, of the wave, of the quantum. it doesn't really matter, because it's really about the fact that energy, in spite of entropy, doesn't really die, and it's not contained in one place. So my words are also forms of action and matter, consciousness and matter. I want to keep in movement and regeneration and connection. So my 3 wishes: that my work sees the light of day, that I get to work in other spaces, that I am part of a movement, and movement, that's what I wish for, that's what I desire and pray for, and not just for me. Because anything that I may achieve on what I call the path will permit other doors to be opened and other voices and people to join. When those doors have been closed, it's because people haven't wanted to listen, or haven't been ready to listen, haven't understood even our languages. But we must never let that detain us with the freedoms that we do have, because a lot of people do not have the freedoms that I enjoy, the privileges. With the mental health resources that we have as well, the spiritual resources, let's not underestimate those. The familial, the kinship connections. The material resources, absolutely. Oh, so I'll just end with a prayer. Let me win that $20,000 fellowship. Come to me. Honestly, come to me by bruise, by flame, by whatever. Even if it's not this one, I need this vehicle to move to the next step. That's just a personal wish. For all of you who are battling as writers or creatives in some way, or people who want to transform the context in which we survive, I also wish that you're gifted with this and beyond recognition to be able to do the things, that you've been called to do. So let's just join together in this mutual invocation and prayer, honouring each other and honouring what is to come through our grounded knowledges and decolonising our world across the different territories. I am a guest on this land. I'm not, quote unquote, from here, from so-called Australia, Gadigal country. But I am I'm so fortunate that both country and people have also allowed my life, and I must give back. I must, and the land must also be given back. These are the concentric circles, but it all starts with where you are, if you're on stolen land, and moving to the multiple sovereignties of word, of action, of law, of people, of ontological respect, of worlds otherwise. Thanks for listening, and thanks for joining me in this prayer.